my dear Aries. This is a love reading, a prediction for Leo season, July 22nd to August 22nd, 2020, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And this will be a love reading for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. So use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. And if you need more information or help after you have listened to this reading, you can turn to the love readings for Cancer season that is up. We are in the first period of Cancer season right now when I'm posting this. Or you can check out the pick a card and near personal readings on the first page of my channel. And click the headline of each playlist to see all the videos the playlist contains. And I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto De Angelis. So, when I open your deck here, I see Death in the reversed and Five of Cups. So it seems like a situation that just doesn't want to go away. It kind of gives you disappointments over and over and over again. It should have been dead long ago, but it just doesn't let its grip. It doesn't let go of the hold of you. So we can see here that there's a lot of disappointments, but there's other things in your life. Thinking you're focusing on this, what went wrong, or the thing that's constantly popping up its ugly head, and instead you should benefit from focusing on the things that actually works out in your life. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light, and here we have the Three of Wands in the reverse together with the Five of Cups in the reverse. So it's a situation which you want to disengage in, and something else I'm feeling here as well. You want to disengage in it, and you feel kind of feisty about it. You know that you need to defend yourself. You know that you need to put up rules to prevent these disappointments from happening, so that you can kind of start healing. The Five of Cups in reverse is about starting to heal. So you need to disengage from this group of people or from this certain people, or not have maybe communication with them anymore, since the situation is anyway kind of dead. It's like you're beating a dead horse, but you can't stop yourself from doing that. Sometimes I'm seeing these kind of combination of cards with people that have kind of given up on love, but they still love the person they were with before. So they're living almost in a ghost land, where the other person might have moved on, but you haven't, and you don't want to engage in new relationships or try again with this person because it feels hopeless. So now I talked so much I forgot where I were, but I called the four archangels in the four corners of the world, and we have a Ten of Wands here with the Five of Cups. So you feel overwhelmed with the work that needs to be put in if you were to engage maybe in a new relationship, or get this relationship, this other relationship here to work. But we can see there's houses in both of these cards. Houses and castles usually shows kind of the goal for you, your dream, what you really want to accomplish, but it seems so hard for you to accomplish it, and you don't want to constantly be disappointed. So with the Three of Wands, you disengage yourself and you don't try again. So you just give up on love, basically. So I call the six elements, and here we have the Four of Swords with the Five of Cups in reverse, kind of confirming that you want to put distance between you and this disappointment, so that you can heal. And some of you might have been doing this just for, you know, a couple of months, maybe just giving up on love, and for others of you it's years of giving up on love, or kind of seeing that it's no use to try to get into the business with another person, and kind of having this, different taste in food, music, politics, all these kind of things, and it's so hard to find common ground. It's better to just disengage. And this might be not just only with love, but it can be we give up on our family relationships, we give up on friends and other things. And the Four of Swords is also connected to death, since death is 13, 1 plus 3 is 4. And here we have the minor arcana death, and it also comes in the reversed. So I want to see what it is that's, you know, it's dead, but it's doesn't seem to go away. So it kind of ghosts, it's a ghost in your life, or it ghosts you. Rescue. Well, I think there's some kind of hope that you still have about love, but then you want the other person to come and rescue you. You don't want to be the one putting in the work and taking the leadership. You want to meet someone that might be, you know, doing what you have been doing towards people for all this time. You want them to come and be the hero. So that's not an unreasonable request, I think. But maybe it's impossible. Yeah, it depends. If you are sent here to the world to make it better, you can't kind of ask it to be better when it's not. So you're always safe and secure and free to be yourself. Asking for help isn't easy for many successful people. However, that's what you need to do now as you expand your life. You find yourself troubled. If you find yourself troubled, you can expect help with whatever issue is at hand now. You need only to ask, and assistance will come your way. The most important support you can expect is from Spirit. Get into a right relationship with the divine, and you'll see that many conditions line up as if by magic to provide you with all the help you need. Ask and you will receive. There is no need to fear. Safety is a place within. And reversed, are you trying to rescue another? Do you believe your love can change someone and miraculously heal this person? Or are you waiting to be rescued? Do you believe that someone will sweep you off your feet and take away all your troubles? The rescue card cautions you against romanticizing your situation right now. Look closely and see reality as it is rather than the illusion of how you'd like it to be. You need to step back and rescue yourself. Trust that Spirit will guide you to expose the illusion so that you may discern the difference between truth and fantasy. So whatever resonated, a reversed or upright card for you. But I'm thinking that the one thing that came true for both interpretations is that you need to rescue yourself. And I think that that's what you are kind of doing, but not fully. It might be that you need to go out more and engage in people and rescue you when you are with people. So I feel this tiredness with you, like you don't want to engage in people, and you could engage with people and make yourself more happy and, you know, defend what matters when you are with people. So it's like you're staying a little bit in your safety zone, living on old memories or old dreams that never came to pass. Okay, so I want you to have love in your life and to find yourself on your highest path towards your highest destiny. But now it's done. It's shuffled. Okay, so I'll just tune in for a few seconds to you and your situation in Leo season, Aries. So I agree, Aries, that when you are this disengaged and acting like you don't care about this type of relationships or that typical relationship, you look kind of cool. I won't deny it. And it might be a safety in looking cool. But I'm not sure that that's what's going to make you happy. Okay. So this is the new bottom of the deck, and it's 10 of coins. So it's talking about building tangible value in your life, or that there is tangible value in your life. It's like a smorgasbord. In Swedish, it's actually smörgåsbord, but it's in English it becomes smorgasbord. And your life is like that. It's like a display of a lot of different appetizers and dishes that you can feed yourself on. And it's great value in your life. It might just be that you haven't harvested enough, or you haven't put yourself out there in risk of getting disappointed. So you're not really giving the people a chance to be food for your soul. And I'm not meaning that in a creepy kind of eating your soul way, but or stealing people's energy. But actually we are fulfilling each other's needs by just existing, by just being company. And here we have the old bottom of the deck, and it's the Ace of Cups in reverse. So it seems it's kind of just giving in that you have given up on love, and just, okay, so this this troubled water, we are going to just pour it out of our cup and forget that the storm was ever there. Okay, so this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind. And this is the situation with said person. And this is what's on their mind about you. And this is on your emotional level towards the other person, your feelings. And this is the bond between you. Love, hate, energy between you anyway. And this is on their emotional level, what they are feeling towards you. And this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them, the outcome. And their behaviors and attitudes towards you. So we'll start with the situation here. And it's an 8 of Swords in reverse. So you have fought hard to come out of some kind of pattern which you have been locked into. Kind of a pattern of how to behave, for example. So you might not have been allowed to protect yourself in public, or really put an end to abusive situations or codependent situations. So even if you have been feeling like you could communicate and protect yourself and end situations that wasn't good for you, you have still kind of engaged with them. And the swords here, they're kind of pulling on us, this 8 of Swords. It's how we want to be. It's how we want to show off ourselves to the world so that we will be loved. But you have realized somewhere here in the past that kind of becoming this circus monkey, making tricks for the public, is not going to make you more loved or more respected. So in tiredness and in almost like you have gotten too much of a certain dish that you really didn't want, with this bitter aftertaste, and almost you're overwhelmed by this, you have walked away. And that was very healthy. It was actually very healthy to be able to say no to stupid situations and to walk away. It's like you let yourself out of prison. This might have been happening to you a long time ago, at the time when you started to feel like hell is other people. So, and it was a help for you. You actually were able to take yourself out of a destructive situation, and you might have been able to do it again. The 8 of Swords, it's kind of eternity symbol. So this is something you're working with or have been working with in the past, and it might have reappeared some situation where you needed to kind of disengage and take yourself out of hell. So freeing yourself from a destructive pattern or a destructive relationship or a destructive kind of conditioning where you try to be a domesticated, nice Aries so that people would love you, and then you just thought, hell no, I'm not doing this. So this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind. And it's two things. One is that they're kind of your whole world. They are your miracle waiting to be happen, but that kind of never happened. And they are also something you don't want to look at. So it's very interesting to read into these cards. It's almost like you don't want to know that they existed, or you don't want to kind of approve them. No, not approve. You don't want to give them the time of day, or you don't want to give them your time at all, or you don't want to give them your energy. So there's a lot of things I'm feeling here. You might accuse them of being kind of a little bit narcissistic, and you're thinking that they feel like the world evolves around them and everyone kind of needs to be there for them. So you might have felt codependent in this situation, but it's also that attraction that they have on you, that they are almost your whole world, even though it was you felt trapped or used or abused or not respected, not honored, not loved. So this is what's on their level, what they are thinking about you, and it's death. So they definitely think that it's over, and that you're kind of over and done with them. You were probably very clear with making your statement that this situation was over. So they were very convinced that you meant serious business, and you were. It's just that logic is one thing, and what your heart is feeling is the total other thing. So with this card here, they are also probably compelled to move on, because they're very convinced that you are serious here. Okay, so this is the bond between you still, and we have the Hangman in reverse, so that's actually very good. We have both the Eight of Swords in reverse and the Hangman in reverse, so it shows you and hopefully the other person as well being able to free yourself from this situation once and for all. It might just be that you need to have control over your thinking. That's not the easiest thing for a human. We can be very addictive to our thinking, and we also rely a lot on our thinking, but our thinking might be sometimes very negative, and it's what causes us to repeat the same old situation, because we think we know what kind of situation we are in, and we are starting to fear the situation, and we are starting to do certain things that's self-destructive, and then we're hitting the eject button and we kind of fly out of that situation. So we were never able to build something tangible, because the 19, the sun, it's 1 plus 9 is 10. So I'm thinking it has connection to the 10 of Pentacles, like something you really wanted to invest in, something you dreamt about. So I'm thinking this is a chance to clear yourself from this relationship, but also from your thoughts of how relationships are for you. Because we all have our unique patterns, and they are being kind of created by our own mind. What we see is what we get. What we fear is what we get. So I'm thinking you are going to have to do a very profound job here if you're letting go of this relationship and really freeing yourself. You actually need to really free yourself of the old, because in other case you're kind of condemned to repeat it in your life over and over again. So if you could be more on your own side, put yourself on your own side, and not just, in this I'm so tough imaginary land, but actually for real in the deepest parts of you, to think that you are good, that you are lovable, that you are okay exactly in the way you are, and in all situations choose that notion, choose that decision, or that kind of support for yourself, instead of starting to think that they are out to get me, they are going to kind of cheat on me, or do this or do that. Well, they might, but the day you discover that, then you can use your hardcore Aries energy. You don't have to use it to freak yourself out and be self-destructive in the situation, because a person can be, you know, the nicest of people, and then they meet you, let's say, and you are scared of certain things, and that person, that is what you will attract from them, that kind of behavior. So if you would not be fearful of that, if you could kind of feel secure and that the divine is going to take care of you, and whatever happens is fine, and rejections is God's protection. So if something stupid happens, it's because you're supposed to change scenery and be somewhere else, and you don't have to have this cold whitening grip on things in your life, but they come and go, and you love them and you live fully when you are there inside of them, like you're playing this drama or being in this symphony. So you're really living it to the fullest, and you're not scared. And when it ends or something happens, you take really good care of yourself. So that would be a way for you to create better things in your life, instead of like what I said to Leo, don't paint the devil on the wall. And this is on your emotional level, and this is no surprise, of course. We have seen it before, that you're very disappointed with this situation. And maybe what I'm feeling is relationships in general. And so you're turning your back towards it, but you don't see this Two of Cups that's still there. And you don't have to throw out the baby with the bathwater. So the baby might be the actual relationship in some occasions, but it can also be the dream of having this type of relationship, or these type of relationships, that you don't give up on it. It's just that you might need to look. There's probably certain areas where you are very good on creating beautiful situations, even beautiful relationships. You might be very good on creating love relationships, but not good relationships with your parents, or very good on creating friendship relationships, but not love relationships, and so on. And you might be successful in your career, but not in love. So you can transfer the mindset that you have in the situation, what works, on the situation that doesn't work. Those kind of, so you can change your own patterns, and therefore attract better situations for yourself. And here we have on their emotional level, it's the Four of Swords, so it goes well with death. So they kind of put you on the back burner, because they are trying to logically accept that you are gone and that you are never going to come back. And they're just trying to keep themselves calm and not carry on, because this person isn't moving anywhere. They're just trying to accept the fact that you are gone, or that you are not going to give them love anymore, or that you are not going to be there for them anymore. So every time they touch base with the topic of you, they're probably trying to not think of that, but just, okay, so that happened, I need to accept it. So they're going through like a mourning period where they're trying to digest what has been. So one day they will be able to move on. And so it seems like there's a breakup, because you're freeing yourself from prison. Maybe the relationship was feeling like your prison. And this is your behaviors and attitudes, and it's a King of Cups in the reverse. So it shows that you have a lot of love for this situation or this person, but you're not showing it. It's I'm seeing this King of Cups when he's in reverse. I'm seeing him with his arms crossed, kind of sulking somewhere and thinking that hell is other people. So it works very well. But it's also a road sign, this card. It shows that you can't, wherever you go, there you are. So you can say that hell is other people, but it's actually you and your fears that's pulling these kind of personality traits out of the other person. When they are with another person, they might not have those personality traits that they have when they are with you. I'm not saying that you're to blame. I'm just saying that we create our own lives. So if you would heal yourself, because this is about healing, becoming the Zen person, like a person that's healed inside out. So wherever you go, there you are, and you create beautiful things for yourself because you don't have wounds anymore. And that's, of course, one goal, to be able to take care of yourself and love yourself in this way, so that you don't have these kind of emotional fears anymore. It's kind of advice for you to work on this, on your own healing, and maybe, yes, disengage from this. It doesn't seem particularly hopeful anyway, and put a lot of effort into healing and what you are thinking, so that you're not repeating the old mistakes. If you think about like how they did you, write it down and maybe burn that note afterwards, and then feel how it feels in your body and stay with the pain that you caused by thinking like this. Okay, and this is what's on their behaviors and attitudes here, and it's the 7 of coins in the reverse. So it's like a situation where we have invested a lot of things, a lot of time and effort, and we kind of just need to give up on it. We have this plant here, and we have put in so much effort. Every morning, every night we were tending to it, maybe sending messages, text messages to it, and trying to nurture it and build it up, or saying I love you in the morning and a good night in the evening, and all these kind of different investments, what we have done for our partner, for the relationship, for the future. But here with the 7 of coins, we feel like, no, this investment was in vain. It's not going to happen, so I'm going to have to move on. So they seem... they don't seem particularly happy. They seem like they have lost a big dream. But they also, you seem to have convinced them very well on that it is over. So they are just going through this mourning period, like someone has died. You can see both death and kind of the funeral here, and the giving up on the plant that they have nurtured. So they're just trying to do what a healthy person does when a situation doesn't work out. They are giving it time. They're giving themselves time to heal, so that they later on can move on. And here we have the outcome, and it's justice. So it's about karma. So I'm feeling like you reap what you sow. I'm not saying that you have done bad, Aries. I'm just saying that you're not fair to yourself with what you are creating. The things you are creating, it's not what's going to make you happy, and it's not what you want to have in your life. And why the divine is poking on you this much and kind of ignoring what this other person did is probably because you don't have control over what another person does, but you have control over yourself. You need to put in that work to stop obsessing about the things that you don't want in your life, because when you obsess about it, that's what you are going to create. When you always have this suspicious little voice in your head every time a person approaches you, that, oh, so this is what they're really feeling underneath the surface. Might be true, but still, if you think like that, that's what you're going to get. That's what they are going to show you as well in your life. So if you want to have better outcomes for yourself, you need to change your thinking. This is the hardest part for a human, because we are, as I said, addicted to thinking. And we are kind of being held in the grip of our thinking. Our thinking rules us. We don't rule our thinking. But this is a spiritual practice that humans need to learn, so that we can evolve past the obsessively thinking stage. And what you do is that you stay with your body, and the thoughts comes. You stay with the inside of your body, because attention is healing. So if you give this kind of attention to your body, it will heal. So when you stay with your body, you stay with your body, and then you start to obsessively think, and it's clouding this with your soul and everything, and you just think about what has been and what has repeated in your life, like a proof, because it has repeated over and over, so it must be true. And then you wake up again from this dream of being caught by your thinking. Your thinking took you over. You're addicted to the thinking. You're addicted to the chemicals that's being released. Adrenaline, noradrenaline, other things, stress hormones. And you're back to just feeling your body, putting attention to it, working on being healed, okay? And then you find yourself thinking again, obsessively about these things. And when you realize this, you go back to feeling your body and staying your soul with your soul, paying attention. The only thing we know is for real. The only thing we can say is true is that we have a consciousness. We are awake. That's the only thing. You can't know if this table is for real or your own arm is for real. It can be an illusion. It can be created by your consciousness. So the only thing you know is for real is this consciousness. And where you put it, where you aim it is super important, because that's going to be what you see in your life. So then you lose your consciousness again and you obsessively think, because this is what you're used to. And when you realize it, you say, oh, I was going to focus on my body. And you're not angry with this, because if you get angry, you punish yourself with negative energy. And then you're back to this thinking again. It came in through the back door. So try to be attentive just towards love, to loving yourself, giving you positive attention, and giving you like how we heal someone's owie, you know, how we heal someone's if they have fallen and scraped their knee. So that kind of loving attention, give that to yourself. And then you will think again, and you will put your awareness back. As soon as you wake up from this, you start to feel your body again. And if you are stubborn and do this, so stubborn as Aries can be, it will be very rewarding. So I will take an advice card for you here. And we have compass. So I'll read this for you. 15. As long as you orient your compass to true north, the direction of your higher power, you will never be lost. So when you do this exercise, you kind of decloud your consciousness, and you will be able to be just consciousness, just awareness, just being awake, just being your soul. And then you have really kind of calibrated your compass to true north. You're entering uncharted territories right now and can expect wonderful new experiences. To stay on the highest path of your destiny, you'll need to keep your compass pointed to true north. So staying in your body rather than this excessively thinking. The thinking is hurting you, and it can be used as a tool for when you need to plan when to go to the bus station, or how to build a house, for example. But all other occasions, you would want to stay in your soul, kind of swimming around in the light of your own soul. You don't need this clouding of the thinking. Only spirit or a higher power can serve this function. Money, property, prestige, romance, and other material achievements can't help you find your true path. They are simply things you may experience along the journey. Know that spirit is working in your life, so even if you feel lost temporarily, it will be easy to find your way. Have faith and trust for your compass with spirit as true north, and will ensure you that you'll never be lost, even on a starless night when all seems dark. And it's even better than that. You don't even need really spirits, because you are a spirit yourself. I see it like this, that the sun here, this is you. And you're kind of looking down on your experience here. So you're already in spirit. Just you're kind of animated this body here. So you're already knowing everything from an above perspective. So you can only ask. You can ask yourself, and you will find your way. It doesn't mean that the life will be without trouble, because your soul might want you to go through trouble. It wants to learn certain things. It wants to experience certain things. But just trust that this is the way that you have decided. This is what you wanted. So this is what you're going to experience. So trust yourself. Okay. You can trust spirits as well, but if you trust yourself, that's even better. Okay. So, my lovelies. I'm actually hearing this song, and I've done it even since I started this reading. Where do you go to, my lovely, when you're alone in your bed? Tell me the thoughts that surrounds you. I want to get inside your head. Pay attention to those thoughts at times. Write them down. But then either leave them in your diary. They might come through some message from spirits also in your thoughts, even if they seem, repetitive, these thoughts, and daft. They might hold keys later on for things that you need to experience. But trust yourself. If you want to burn the note with your thoughts, then for all means burn it. It's not like there's a scarcity of thoughts. And then stay with your body. Staying with your body is healing. Staying excessively thinking is harming yourself. So, my dear Aries, I hope this helped. And if you like my content and want to support my channel, you can do so not only by watching this, but also liking, commenting, subscribing, and sharing my videos. You can also donate to my channel through the link in the description box, or you can make Google Donate by watching my ads, clicking them, or watch them for 30 seconds, or to the end of the ad, whichever comes first. That is keeping my humble revenue up, so I can free up more time to make content like this for you on this channel. And thank you so much in advance. I'm truly grateful for my wonderful, loving, and supporting viewers. And your amazing comments always make my day. So, until next time, take really good care and stay blessed. Bye-bye.